All right, y'all. Hey, what's up, good people on QC? Welcome to a brand new Talkin and Grubbin live stream. How's everybody doing on this Saturday night? I hope all y'all doing good. I'm doing all right. So tonight we got a good game here in these NBA playoffs. It's game 3 of the Western semis between the Jazz and the Clippers. Is now the scene shifts to LA at the Staples Center. Jazz currently hold a 2-0 lead in this series. First 2 games have been close, where the Clippers came up short. Donovan Mitchell, he has balled out these first 2 games, but Kawhi hasn't been no slouch either. So these first 2 games have definitely been close in Utah. So now let's see how it's going to be now that the scene shifts to La La Land. Ooh, sorry about that. Okay, so everybody that's joining in, definitely want to know what's your thoughts on tonight's game. Who you got winning this game tonight? Also got to congratulate Rudy Gobert as he won this year's Defensive Player of the Year. It's his 3rd time winning it. So I definitely want to know who you got winning tonight's game. Will the Jazz take that commanding 3-0 lead, or will the Clippers get back in this series and make it 2-1? Definitely let me know your thoughts on this game tonight. Sorry, I got a late start here. I had to push back the start time as I was trying to make it home. All right, just sharing with people on social media that I'm live right now. As we getting close to tip off here. So how's everybody weekend going so far? Also, Rudy Gobert has definitely been that defensive player of the year in these first two games as he's come up with some big defensive plays. As well as some key blocks and key stops. Lamar, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. You said Jazz gonna go up 3-0. Okay. What's going on, LT? How you doing? Hey, Miss Shalana, how you doing? Miss Shalana, hey, LT. So definitely want to know what's y'all predictions for this game tonight. What's the storyline gonna be? Are Jazz gonna be up 3-0, or will the Clippers make this a 2-1 series? LT, hey, Miss Shalana. Lamar, you said Clippers win game 4, go back to Utah 3-1 Jazz. Okay. That's a pretty interesting prediction right there. You say Jazz gonna get game 3 tonight, but Clippers will get game 4, and then the Jazz will go home and close it out. Okay. Miss Shalana, thank you for the super chat. As always, thank you for your constant support. I always appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Shalane, how you, LT? LT said, talking, there's rumors on Westbrook going to the Lakers, and my reaction was, ain't no damn way Westbrook will fit in with the Lakers. Nah, that would be a bad fit. I mean, shoot, if you're going to do that, you might as well just keep Schroeder there. If you're going to make that move. But I keep on saying it. I will say it again. They were dumb for letting Rondo walk. They could have definitely re-signed him to a team-friendly deal. They should not have let Rondo walk away. Michelin, I'm okay. QC, that's good. I'm doing good, Miss Shalana, on this Saturday. Glad to be back here with y'all for another great live stream. I know we're all ready to enjoy, ready to watch what's going to unfold here in this game. Like I said, the Clippers definitely had opportunities to win both games, but unfortunately, they ended up coming short. And the Jazz, went on some big runs, especially in that fourth quarter of game 2 when the Clippers took that lead on the Jackson 3 ball. The problem with the Clippers have been in the first 2 games, they couldn't get the big stops when they needed them. That's been their biggest problem. They couldn't get the stops when they needed to get them. Like when the Clippers were up, they could not get that timely stop. I think it was Mitchell or Ingles. One of them hit a three to no. They got a. I think it was. I know it was. No, wait a minute. It might have been inside, but nonetheless, the Jazz regained the lead, and then the Clippers missed their next few shots in a row. And it snowballed from there. Westbrook might stay with the Wizards. Yeah, that's a definite possibility. Definitely can see that. So, in my opinion, the Clippers definitely need to take some of the positives from the first two games and try to work that into this game. Oops. Miss Shalana, go Jazz. Okay, you pulling for the Jazz tonight. So are you saying the Jazz are going to go up 3-0? I take it. All right, but okay, the key tonight is for the Clippers. They definitely got to start doing a better job of containing Donovan Mitchell because, man, the man has gone off the first two games. He had 45 points in game one. He had 34 points the other night in game two. Also, they need to Tyronn Lue, he's gonna have to stop doing that small ball because Rudy Gobert is too much of a load to handle on that in the middle. So I think Tyronn Lue needs to go with a bigger lineup here tonight. Because if you go small ball against this Utah team, that plays into their hands, not just with Gobert, but you got two other big dudes in Ingles and Bogdanovich who can not only shoot, but they can score inside as well. So I think the Clippers do need to play a bigger lineup. So I definitely think Lou needs to use Boogie Cousins a little bit more, get him some more minutes. Also offensively, they got to get they definitely have to do a bit. Well, they've done good with the ball movement, so they got to definitely keep that there. Also, they're gonna have the other guys besides Kawhi and Paul George are gonna have to score consistently. Morris is gonna have to have a pretty nice game. Reggie Jackson's got to have a big game, as well as Zubac. Zubac has to be solid on the offensive end. Also, I'm gonna be looking at that Clippers bench as well. They need to step up because that's another reason why Utah is up 2-0 in this series because of the bench. And none other than Jordan Clarkson, recently named Sixth Man of the Year. That man's been balling these first two games off the bench. And he definitely hit some timely shots in game two to keep, the Jazz ahead of the Clippers as the Clippers were making their comeback. So the Clippers bench is definitely going to have to be better. They're going to have to basically pull out the similar performance that they did in Game 7 against the Mavs. So I'm definitely going to be looking at them tonight to see how they perform. Because if the Clippers bench can't perform, then it's definitely going to be more of a burden on the starters to, to keep on scoring consistently, to keep up with this Jazz team. So I want to know who y'all got tonight for this game. Here in La La Land. Now, I'll admit Paul George did have a better game too. But he's definitely going to have to do a little more here tonight if he wants to see his team cut into this 2-0 lead. Now, on the flip side for the Jazz, the Jazz, they've done a solid job defensively on Kawhi these first two games. But they're definitely going to have to do a better. They're definitely going to have to contain him a lot more because he's definitely had some pretty nice games, especially in the second half. In the second half of game 2, he definitely went off and got some swag. Also, they're going to have to contain the supporting cast of the Clippers because we've seen those guys have big games. Reggie Jackson, he went off in the second half in game 2. Definitely got to contain Marcus Morris because he can get hot from the 3-point line. They definitely have to contain Zubac. Also on offense, so far they've done a good job. They've done a great job, actually, of ball movement, body movement, man movement. That's got to travel here on the road. The supporting cast of the Jazz, they're going to have to definitely bring their A game here on the road, just like they did back in Salt Lake City. Because if they don't, that plays right to the Clippers' hands, and that'll be definitely an advantage for the Clippers. So I'm going to be looking for, looking how players such as Bogdanovich, O'Neal, Ingles, how all of them are going to do on the road here. Because I know this Clipper crowd, they're going to be very loud, very amped up here at the Staples Center. Okay, we're coming a little bit closer to tip off. Once again, I want to know who you got for this game tonight. What do y'all think the storyline will be after tonight? Jazz take a commanding 3-0 lead, or will the Clippers climb back into the series and make this a 2-1 series? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Also, if you like to donate to the channel, there are 3 ways of doing it. If you're watching on YouTube, you can donate via Super Chat or Super Sticker while I'm live here tonight, or you can donate via Cash App or PayPal. Here's the Cash App cash tag, $ Talkin and Grubbin. Also, there's the PayPal email address, talkinandgrubbin@gmail.com. Any donation you give to this platform, I greatly appreciate it. And I'm very grateful to all the ones who have donated to the platform, past and present. I greatly appreciate your donations. Like the old saying goes, every little bit helps. And your donations have definitely helped me out to keep this platform going. And I definitely have plans to do other things on this platform. And the donations definitely help out. Once again, I thank all y'all for tuning in to this live stream, whether you're watching it here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or Periscope. I greatly appreciate it. I thank you. All right. We're about getting a little, by at least a good 10 minutes away from tip off. Definitely got to talk about last night's playoff action, as both game threes were won by the road team. The 76ers went into the ATL and basically annihilated the Hawks. And now they hold a 2-1 series lead. And on the flip side, in the West, the Suns went into the Mile High City and basically destroyed the Nuggets, as they now take a commanding 3-0 lead, and now they're one win away from their first Western Conference Finals appearance since 2010. As the Suns are going to try to go for the sweep Monday night of the Nuggets. And the Nuggets, they are definitely missing Jamal Murray. You can tell. They are definitely missing Jamal Murray. They miss him tremendously. All right, we are just about to tip off this game 3 of the Western semis between the Jazz and Clippers. Michelin, you said, I think the Jazz will sweep. Okay. Okay, that's your prediction. Also, everybody, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you hit the like button. If you're watching on Twitch and Periscope, make sure you hit the heart icon. Okay, let me get my roster list here.
Jazz taking on the Los Angeles Clippers, Game 3, the NBA Conference Semifinals on ABC, presented by Chipotle.
All right, so the Jazz look to join the Suns, being up 3-0, and try to go for the sweep. And now here's the starting lineups for both teams. For the road team, the Jazz start with Joe Ingles, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Bojan Bogdanovic, and Royce O'Neal. As Mike Conley is still out for this series. On the flip side, for the hometown Clippers is Reggie Jackson, Nicholas Batum, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and Marcus Morris. All right, so both teams are at center court, about to tip it off. All right, so that's a smart move by Ty Lue, starting Batum instead of Zubac. All right, so no, excuse me. Morris is starting at center. My mistake. Morris and Gobert tip it up. Tip is won by Gobert. Jazz start with the ball. Ingles with the ball. O'Neal with the screen. Ingles still with the ball. Gives it to Bogdanovich. Batum on him. Bogdanovich gets the little hook shot to go. 2-0 Jazz. Okay, Clippers start with the ball for their first time on offense. They swing the ball to Kawhi. Oh, wow. Kawhi gets stripped. Here come the Jazz. The alley-oop couldn't go, but Eagles still gets the ball, knocks down the 3. 5-0 Jazz already. All right. PG with the ball. Stops on a dime. Can't get it to go. Gobert with the rebound. Gives it to Ingles. Ingles gets the ball across the timeline. Swings it around to Mitchell. Gives it to Ingles. Ingles gets another 3 to go. 8-0 already, Jazz. Tyronn Lue calls time out. Wow. They are already firing those 3 balls up. All right, good people. I got to step away for a moment. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, good people. Jazz lead here 10-5 early. Gobert gets called for the offensive foul. Giving it back to the Clippers. Okay, Mihawk, what's up, man? What's up, Bill? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. You said, let's go, Jazz. Best that overrated trash. Thanks for joining me. All right, now, Bill, the score is 10-8 Jazz as the Clippers just knocked down a 3-ball. How you doing, Bill? Michelin, hello, Bill. Jazz with the ball. O'Neal swings it around to Mitchell. Gobert with the screen. Mitchell with the 3. Can't get it to go. Paul George with the rebound. Gets the ball across the timeline. Tries to make his move on O'Neal. Step back jumper. Gets it to go. We're tied at 10 apiece. Mitchell with the ball. Swings it around to Bogdanovich. Gets it to O'Neal. Back to Ingles. Gets it to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich all the way inside. Couldn't get it to go. Kawhi with the rebound. Paul George steps into a 3. Can't get it to go. That was a bad shot by Paul George. Ingles with the rebound. Gets the ball across the timeline. Gets it to O'Neal. Bogdanovich swings it to Gobert. Batum tried to go for the steal, but couldn't haul it in. Stays with the Clippers. Nice 3-ball there by Reggie Jackson a few moments ago. Okay, Paul George with the nice step back. Oh, no, wait a minute. It is Clippers ball as it went out of bounds off of Gobert. PG brings the ball up across the timeline. He thought about it. Favors on him. Paul George couldn't get it to go. Favors with the rebound. As Clarkson gets it across the timeline, the man's been balling these first 2 games. Gets it into Gobert. Back to O'Neal. Into Favors. No, I mean into Mitchell. Mitchell being double teamed. Bogdanovich, wow, 3 balls way off. Batum with the rebound. Definitely liking the ball denial here by the Clippers. As the Jazz got called for a 24-second violation. Okay, Pat Beverly's about to check in. Wow, the Jazz started 3 for 3. Ever since then, they are 1 for 9. They have definitely gone cold as a 0 below day here in Cleveland. Kawhi with the ball, gets it to Batum. Batum gets inside, throws it down, gets fouled, and has a chance for the 3-point play. Or wait a minute, was he fouled before the dunk attempt? Yeah, he was. My mistake. My mistake, y'all. He was fouled before the attempt. So it'll be Clippers ball side out. What's up, Bruce? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining me. Bruce said, hi, Miss Shalana. Bruce, you said, I feel Utah will win tonight, but it may be close. A lot of y'all going with Utah tonight. Miss Shalane said, hello, Bruce. How are you on Saturday night? I think a lot of y'all going with Utah because of what happened last night. That's just my opinion. Bruce, you said, QC, I feel the Suns will win with ease last night. Yeah, you're right. And they did. They definitely won with ease. Bruce, you said, I feel Utah will still win. All right, Clippers are up 12 to 10. Okay, as the jumper doesn't go for the Clippers, here come the Jazz. Mitchell with the ball. He's getting double teamed. Swings it cross court to Clarkson. Clarkson knocks down the three. 13-12, Jazz back on top. Jordan Clarkson already starting up off the bench. Kawhi with the ball. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson swings it around to Batum. Batum gets inside, gets the tough layup to go. Nice move by Batum. 14-13, Clippers back on top. Mitchell with the ball. As he's getting double teamed. O'Neal goes into the backcourt to get the ball. Gives it to Clarkson. Clarkson gets the tough jumper to go. Can't get it to go. Batum with the rebound. Pat Bev gets it across the timeline. Gives it to Jackson. Jackson swings it around to Morris. Morris step back jumper. Gets it to go. 16-13 Clippers. Quinn Snyder calls timeout. As the Clippers go up 3. My day's been all right, Bruce. Thanks for asking. How's yours been? Well, I'm glad thank you. My day's been okay, thank you. Right, Clippers go back up 3. All right, good people. I got to step away for a moment again. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, good people. I apologize for the long pause. As the Clippers lead 27-23 after one. Bruce, you said it's good. It is good. CQC, Miss Atlanta, we see CQC. We care about you. Oh, well, thank you. Bruce, you said QC. I feel D Mitch will heat up soon. You also said QC. I would see the Clippers now extending on D Mitch, the D on D Mitch, excuse me, and someone double teaming. So now he must find the open man, and they must make the Clippers pay by making the shots. What's up, Smart? You saying go who? Clippers or Jazz? Bruce, you said QC, but they not making them. So so it is close now. You also said I feel Snyder not so bad, and he can figure out how to get D Mitch looking for baskets. You also said QC, did you see that Coach K is going to retire after this year? Yeah, I read that story. Yeah, finally, Coach K hanging it up. Bruce said, hi, Miss Shalane. I'm good on this Saturday night. Shalane said, I hope you having a good night too. No, I had to step out so long because I had to get this grub together. I got this chicken sandwich, this chicken salad sandwich here. That's why it took so long. Well, thank you. I'm doing okay. That's why I had to step out. Okay, Michelin, you said, Bruce, you got the Jazz. Well, thank you, Michelin. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all. Glad y'all care about my well-being, care about this channel. Greatly appreciate it. All right, here we go into this second quarter. I'm about to get into this chicken salad sandwich. Should have sliced this up. Wow, Gobert gave a slap to the face of Zubac. Wow. As he was going up for the rebound.
Here's the call.
Okay, so Gobert gets hit with the flagrant one. After the slap to the head of Zubac. So Zubac will shoot the flagrant. He hits it. 28-23. Now he's got hit two more due to the original foul. Wow, Zubac misses the first. Oh, that foul was on Clarkson, my mistake. Wow, Donovan Mitchell with 0 points. Canary inbounds to man. Gets it into Zubac. Zubac gets it to PG. PG couldn't get the runner to go. Jazz come up with the rebound. Clarkson brings the ball across the timeline. Steps into the three. Gets it to go. Jordan Clarkson from downtown. 28-26. Clippers. As PG misses in the paint, ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Clippers. Oh wow, Clarkson got away with a illegal push off. Okay, get to Batum. Batum tries a three, knocks it down. Batum from downtown is 31-26. Clippers. Excuse me. Clarkson with the ball. Steps into another three. Can't get that one to go. Zubac with the rebound. Gets it to Batum. Batum brings it across the timeline. Gets it to Man. Man in the post. Step back jumper. Couldn't get it to go. Ingles with the rebound. He gets fouled. Ingles with the ball. Swings it into Clarkson. Back to the Ingles. Ingles is going to try a three. Knocks it down. Joe Ingles continuing his hot shooting night so far. 31-29. Clippers leading by 2 here. Zubac gets it into, no, excuse me, my mistake. Man gets it into PG. Gets inside, gets the layup to go. 33-29, Clippers. Ingles gets it to O'Neal. He couldn't knock down the three, but Man gets called for the loose ball foul. They inbound to Ingles. He gets it to Gobert. I mean, not Gobert, my mistake. Got it to Niang. Niang loses it out of bounds. It goes back to the Clippers. Jackson brings the ball up, gets it across the timeline, swings it around to PG. PG steps into a three, knocks it down. Paul George from downtown. 36-29, Clippers. Ingles with the ball. Whistle. And there's a foul on Paul George. All right. Donovan Mitchell returns to the game. Batum guard Mitchell. Gives it to Clarkson. Clarkson couldn't get the shot to go. O'Neal couldn't get the putback to go once, but Clarkson comes in, gets the putback. 36-31, Clippers. PG with the ball. Swings it around to Jackson. Jackson with the three. Knocks it down. Reggie Jackson from downtown, 39-31 Clippers. Clippers up 8. Clarkson gets all the way inside, can't get it to go. Rebound PG, and looks like it's going to stay with the Jazz. In fact, it will. But definitely got to give Clarkson props for not giving up on the play as he stuck with it and got the putback to finally go down. All right. They inbound to Favors. Gives it to Clarkson. Clarkson gets called for the travel. As Mann and Clarkson acknowledging each other. Kawhi back into the game. Gets it across the timeline. Gets the screen by Mann. Kawhi makes his move inside. Couldn't get the layup to go. Fight for the rebound. Jazz come up with it. Mitchell with the ball. Steps inside. Gets his first field goal to go. That's unbelievable. Donovan Mitchell's first field goal of the night. 39-33. Clippers. Jackson with the ball. Steps into a 3. Knocks it down. Reggie Jackson from downtown. 42-33. Quinn Snyder calls timeout as the Clippers go up 9. Okay, let me catch up on y'all comments here. Some of y'all talking about this chicken sandwich. Well, this chicken salad sandwich, excuse me. Said QC, that looks good. I asked because I see Michelin say we care about you. So I felt maybe you could be sick. No, I'm not sick. Knock on wood. Been a little bit tired lately from doing all these live streams, back to back. But no, I'm not sick. But thank you for being concerned, Bruce. Bruce, you also said, QC, I feel Gobert not having a good game so far. As he guessing, he's getting decked and frustrated. He also said, QC, I feel PG-13 not the same anymore as his injury was bad. That's definitely a possibility. You said PG still got big skills. That is good. Michelin, that sandwich looks good, QC. It was good. Bruce, you said QC, PG could be the best comeback player if he can make the shot. And he said, I feel D Mitch is going to light up soon. Well, let's see. We will definitely see about that. But this has definitely been a good game so far. And I definitely like the Clippers game plan of, letting Mitchell see more double teams here. Because he definitely wasn't seeing any double teams in the first 2 games in Utah. Bruce, you said QC. I feel Ingles and Clarkson gonna have to make their shots when D Mitch double. Yeah, definitely. They definitely got to knock down the open shot. Y'all excuse me for a minute. All right, I'm back. Bruce, also said in QC, I know D Mitch can find them as his passing skills is underrated. Yeah, he definitely doesn't get his props as a passer, Bruce. Which he definitely should. All right, it's 42-36. Clippers with the ball. Wow, nice move all the way inside by Beverly. Gets the layup to go. 44-36 Clippers. Clarkson gets the ball from Favors. He's getting bottled up here by man. Mitchell steps into a three, knocks it down. Donovan Mitchell from downtown. 44-39 Clippers. Kawhi steps into a three. He can't get it to go. Rebound Mitchell. Wow, ball stolen by PG. PG throws it down. 46-39. Kawhi throws it down. 46-39 Clippers. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell gets inside. Ball gets stripped by a man. Kawhi gets it to Jackson. Jackson decides to run a play here. Nice behind the back pass to Batum. Batum gets all the way inside. He gets fouled, and he will shoot two as the foul is on Favors. But still, like that behind the back pass from Jackson. Bruce, you said, I remember I say D Mitch going to start lighting them up. Yeah, he's definitely starting to get into a rhythm here offensively in this quarter. All right, so Batum's at the line shooting two. Batum splits the pair, 47-39 Clippers. Mitchell brings the ball up the court, gives it across the timeline to Clarkson, back to Mitchell. Mitchell with the jumper gets it to go. 47-41 Clippers. Paul George brings it across the timeline. Has O'Neal guarding him. Step back jumper, knocks it down. PG with the step back, with the elbow jumper, 49-41 Clippers. Mitchell with the ball, gives it to Clarkson. Clarkson swings it around. They swing it around to Clarkson. He can't get the three ball to go. Rebound to the Clippers. As PG got it across the timeline, couldn't get it to go. He gets fouled. Okay, Kawhi inbounds to Batum. Batum gets it to Jackson. Jackson gets it to PG. PG Gets inside, thought about it, but Gobert was too much of a wall to get around. Jackson can't get the 3-ball to go. Back tap, gets it back to Batum. Into Kawhi. Kawhi with the jumper, gets it to go. 51-41. Clippers up 10. As O'Neal, well, they get it to Bogdanovich. Can't get the 3-ball to go. Rebound Clippers. PG gets it across the timeline. Makes his move on O'Neal. And Paul George from downtown. 54-41. Clippers with their biggest lead of the night. They're up 13. Mitchell with the ball. Well, gets the ball across the timeline. Kawhi guarding him. Mitchell in some trouble here as they're double teaming him. Gets it to O'Neal. Batum knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Jazz. And Paul George is having a nice shooting night here so far in this first half. Definitely got to give him his props here. O'Neal. Inbounds to Mitchell. Wow, Mitchell couldn't get it to go as it hits the top of the backboard. 24-second violation. It'll go back to the Clippers. Lead by 13 with 3:13 left to go here. Can't wait for this matchup tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be the Nets and the Bucks, game 4. Nets leading 2-1. Let's see what's going on. I can't wait to see what unfolds there. Is it going to be 2-2 or the Nets is leading 3-1? Kawhi with the ball. Gets it to Paul George. Does he have another one in him? Yes, he does. Paul George from downtown once again. 57-41. Quinn Snyder has definitely seen enough. He calls timeout as Paul George is on fire right now. You know what? I was going to say something, Otis, but let's just say it's with your girl. That's all I'm going to tell you, man. That's where my tooth is at. It's with your girl. And I'm going to leave you to find it. I'm going to have you go on a scavenger hunt to find it where my tooth is. Bruce, you said, QC, I like the Clip uniform tonight. You also said, QC, I feel Utah don't make its shots. It's going to be a long night for them. Definitely. QC, baby, PG-13 still is good. He's having the first half for his lifetime. Michelena, you said, what do you mean? What do you mean by that, Michelena? Can you elaborate for me, please? Trolls trying to talk they mess. Oh, the last comment I said, I had to respond to a troll. I responded to a troll on Facebook. I was gonna say something a little more, how can I put it? A little more crude, but I said I'm not gonna go there. I said I'm not gonna go there. And he's sitting up trying to talk about, and dude trying to sit up talking about me, look like he done stole a lot of the gear from his sister's closet. But anyway, I ain't gonna go there. Trolls make me sick. But let's move on. Bruce, you said QC, I feel that person who asks that is just someone that feel bad about themselves, but this is no reason to be rude like him. Oh, of course he feel bad. Should look at how he dressed. But anyways, moving on. Michelin, okay. Bruce said Michelin QC got big time class, but he let that troll know what time it is in a good way. Michelin, I don't know why some people want to show that they have no intelligence. I don't know either. Seems like we've been trying to figure that out ever since mankind came on the earth. We still ain't figured that out yet. I hope we figure that out soon. I hope we figure it out very soon, because why troll people on social media? If you don't like what I do, don't watch me then. I didn't come to where you were. You came to where I'm at. Not the other way around. Oh. Yeah, that's true, Miss Yelena. Some people are negative and insecure. Bruce, you said, QC, I feel the Jazz sleepwalking. All right, the Clippers score again. Paul George, he's definitely been the man so far. Here in this first half is 59-44. Clippers. Mitchell brings the ball up across the timeline as he's definitely struggling. Wow, a tough three ball there by Mitchell. 59-47. Clippers. Kawhi with the ball. And he gets it to Morris, gets it to Batum. Batum steps into a three, knocks it down. Nicholas Batum from downtown. 62-47 Clippers. Man, the Clippers have just been unconscious from three tonight. Mitchell gets a tough shot. Well, puts up a tough shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound Clippers. Kawhi, he's going to step into a three. Can't get it to go. But Batum gets the offensive board. Jackson's going to try a three. Can't get it to go. As you know, the Clippers, as Kawhi and Jackson wanted a little bit some of that three ball action, but couldn't get it to go. Here come the Jazz. Long three ball by Mitchell. Doesn't get it to go. Why is he taking a shot like that? That wasn't a good shot at all. So the Clippers are going to try to hold on for the final shot of the half. PG with it. PG puts up a three, can't get it to go. Rebound Gobert. Gets it to Mitchell as he gets the ball across the timeline. And there's a foul. Looks like it's on Pat Beverly, and it is. So Bogdanovich will get to the free throw line as both teams are in the bonus. Bogdanovich knocks down the first. All right, Jackson's back into the game. Bruce said, QC, I feel Michael would be a good coach. Bruce said, I hope he decides to be an owner and a coach. You talking about Jordan? Bruce, you talking about Jordan? Jackson gets inside, puts it up, gets the foul, and has a chance. Well, no, wait a minute. I thought he got an and one. But Jackson gets the layup before the half. Paul George has 20 points so far. He's had a pretty good three-ball shooting night as he's 4-7 from three-point range. Donovan Mitchell with 16 as he's 4-6 from three. But it's definitely been all Clippers as they lead here 49, here at halftime. But also the reason why the Clippers have this lead is because the supporting cast has knocked down shots. Reggie Jackson has contributed. So has Nicholas Batum. Kawhi has been solid so far. But it's definitely been Paul George being the man here in this first half. Bruce, you said yes, MJ. Bruce, have you seen his track record as an owner? The Hornets have not been good ever since Jordan has owned the team. They've only made the playoffs like what, 2 or 3 times? So no, I don't think MJ will make a good coach or an owner. Matter of fact, it seems like a lot of these ex-star players were horrible coaches. Isaiah Thomas, he didn't have a good track record as a head coach. Seemed like the only one who had that track record was Larry Bird. You know, he got the Pacers to multiple playoff appearances. You know, he got them to the Eastern Conference Finals in a few years in a row. You know, they almost knocked off the Bulls. He got them to the NBA Finals in 2000. You also said QC he would never let his team be asleep like most of the Jazz and in the first half. No, Jordan would make a good coach. Hell, I don't even think he's a good owner because look at the moves Jordan's made since he's been an owner. I mean, come on, he gave Gordon Hayward a lucrative contract. Gordon Hayward just suffered, a bad leg injury a couple of years ago. That's not smart business. QC, you said, okay, you say I do for he didn't get the results yet. I mean, come on, man's owned the Hornets for at least over 10 years. You ain't got to wait that long to get results. He let Kemba go, which that was another bad move. Said, but QC, he can't compete. Yeah, but that'll translate you to being a great coach or even a great front office person or an owner. Like I said, look at George's track record with the Bobcats. He ain't been a good owner. I mean, even Charles Barkley said he ain't been a good owner. He got PO'd and stopped talking to Charles. But even though I got my disagreements with Chuck, but on that one he was right. He was on point with that one. Jordan ain't been a good owner since he owned the Hornets. Joe, you can see Joe. You can see the game on Hulu Plus, YouTube TV, or if you got a Fire Stick, you can watch it on there. Or if you want, you can go to your local sports bar, or you can go to one of your boys' house and watch the game. Bruce, you said, QC, you are right about that, but I feel he is smart, but he didn't get any good results yet because he keeps hiring the wrong people. For the most part. Also, I don't think you should have let Steve Clifford go. I thought Steve Clifford was a pretty solid coach for that team. You also said, QC, I feel I might be wrong for you. You are making all the good points. Yeah, but man, Jordan ain't been a good owner since he's had the Hornets. Okay, good people. I got to step away for a moment. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, good people. Sorry about that. But I definitely like the Clippers game plan of having Donovan Mitchell see more double teams. But now it's going to be up to the Jazz shooters like Ingles and Bogdanovich to knock down the open shots. Also, the Jazz are going to have to do a better job on PG defensively as the man's hot right now. I mean, in the first half, he went 4-7 from 3, and he's having a great shooting night. Right, it's 66-49 Clippers here in the early part of the third quarter. Mitchell's at the free throw line. He misses the first. Go catch up to y'all comments in a minute. Okay, D Wade, part owner of the Jazz, watching. Mitchell splits the pair. 66-50 Clippers. Jackson brings the ball across the timeline, gets it to Batum, gets it to Kawhi. Kawhi stops, swings it around to Jackson, gets it to Batum. Batum, wow, ball stolen by O'Neal. Gets it to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich can't get the 3 to go, but Gobert is there on the follow. 66-52 Clippers. Kawhi with the ball. Gets inside, swings it around to Batum, wide open, knocks down the 3. 69-52 Clippers. Excuse me. Okay, Mitchell with the ball. Gets inside, gets the layup to go. Nice move inside by Mitchell. 69-54 Clippers. Kawhi with the ball. Swings it around to Batum. Batum gets inside. Gobert with the block. Great rejection by Rudy. Mitchell with the ball. Gets inside. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Clippers get the ball. Kawhi brings it across the timeline. Gets it to PG. Foul. And it's a offensive foul on. Looks like it's on. Yep, it's on Paul George. So the Jazz will get the ball back. Rudy said, I agree, he should have kept Clifford. Yeah, Clifford was doing a solid job for the Hornets. Gobert tried to get inside, gets it to Bogdanovich, can't get the layup to go. Rebound Clippers. As Jackson brings it across the timeline, gets it to Batum. Well, got the PG, he couldn't get it to go. Here come the Jazz. Mitchell gets all the way inside. Can't get the layup. Gobert tried to get it on the second attempt. He gets fouled. He'll step to the line for 2. Okay, Gobert's at the line. And he gets the first one to roll in. Okay, Gobert knocks down the second. 69-59. Jazz slowly chipping away. PG gets the ball across the timeline, gets it to Kawhi. Kawhi thought about it, gets the elbow jumper to go. Kawhi, nice move there to get the elbow jumper. 71-56 Clippers. Mitchell with the ball, gets inside. Wow, 3 defenders to meet him right at the rim, and they get the steal. Then PG and count it and one. Well, no, wait, foul happened before the dunk. But Tyronn Lue definitely doesn't like the call. He thinks PG got continuation. Yeah, Mitchell definitely grabbed Kawhi before he dunked the ball. I meant to say Kawhi. My bad, y'all. I meant to say Kawhi. They inbound to Batum. Batum gets it to Kawhi. Kawhi realized he couldn't get over that wall. That's Gobert. But Morris gets the jumper to go. 73-56 Clippers. Batum tried to go for the steal, but he gets called for the foul instead. As Rudy will go back to the line for 2. Rudy gets the first one to roll in. Gobert knocks down the second. 73-58 Clippers. PG gets it across the timeline. Gets it to Kawhi. Kawhi gets all the way inside, throws the hammer down. 75-58 Clippers. Mitchell with the ball. Swings it around to O'Neal. O'Neal's going to try a 3, and it's good. O'Neal from downtown. 75-61 Clippers. Kawhi with the ball. Gets inside. Gets the layup. Gets the reverse layup to go. Nice move inside by Kawhi. 77-61 Clippers. Mitchell with the ball. Gets all the way inside. Smooth layup is good. 77-63 Clippers, and Lue calls timeout. All right, good people. I got to step away for a moment. Once again, I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm back, good people. It's 79-63 Clippers as Mitchell is at the free throw line. Knocks down the first. As the Jazz are in the bonus. Mitchell. Okay, shooting three free throws. Knocks down, well, misses the second. Brucey said, QC, I hope somebody gives Mark Jackson and Mr. Big Shot a chance at head coach this year. I think, well, Mark Jackson definitely deserves it, but I definitely hope teams do at least look, give Chauncey some interviews for head coaching jobs. As Mitchell splits the 3 free throws at 79-65 Clippers. PG swings the ball around to Kawhi. Swings it into Kawhi. Kawhi gets inside. Step back, can't get it to go. O'Neal with the rebound. Gets it to Mitchell. Gets it to O'Neal. O'Neal misses the 3 ball badly. Rebound PG. Swings it around to Batum. Batum can't get the 3 ball to go. Rebound Jazz. Mitchell gets the ball across the timeline. He's going to step into a 3. Knocks it down. Donovan Mitchell from downtown. And we got a 9-point game here, good people. 79-68. Wow. Bad pass by PG. Goes out of bounds. Goes back to the Jazz. As they're on a little rally here in this late in this third quarter. Mitchell brings the ball up, gets it across the timeline. Swings it around to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. Wow, Mitchell almost lost the handle, but got it back. Got it into Clarkson. Clarkson couldn't get it to go. But Gobert with the tap. Now it's 79-70. Jazz on a 7-0 run. I meant to say it was an 11-point game. Now it's a 9-point game. Jackson steps into a 3, knocks it down. Big shot right there to end the Jazz's 7-0 run, 82-70. Mitchell with the ball. Swings it around to Bogdanovich. Cross court to Clarkson. Gives it to O'Neal. O'Neal knocks down the 3. 82-73. Clippers only leading by 9 here. PG with the ball. Gets inside, lays it up and in. 84-73 Clippers. Mitchell brings the ball up the court, gets it across the timeline. They're double teaming Mitchell. He gets it to Bogdanovich, swings it around to Clarkson. Clarkson gets it to O'Neal, back to Mitchell, puts up a 3, can't get it to go. Clarkson gets the offensive board. Bogdanovich is going to try a 3, knocks it down. 84-76. Lou calls timeout as the Clipper lead has been cut to 8. All right, we got ourselves a ball game here, good people. Bruce, you said, QC, I feel the NBA should not allow the advertising on the uniform. Yeah, but I agree, Bruce, but unfortunately, a lot of these big companies have paid big money, paid these teams big money to advertise their product, their company on their uniforms. That's the unfortunate part. That's the very unfortunate part. A lot of these companies pay the NBA and these teams big money to have their company name on the uniforms. I don't agree with it, but that's the name of the game, unfortunately. I mean, look at the Suns. They have the PayPal logo on theirs. The Nuggets, they have Western Union. My home team, the Cavaliers, they have Goodyear. I think the Lakers, they have Wish on theirs. So yeah, I definitely agree. It shouldn't happen, but too much money involved for it to change now. And advertising. Bruce, you also said QC, the Jazz moving the ball better now, and they making shots. So it's getting closer. Yeah, definitely. They're definitely starting to make their shots now. And also, Mitchell, he's definitely starting to heat up here. You also said QC, if I was the NBA, I would say to the big company, you pay me money and I put your name on the court. But I say not on the uniform. Yeah, that would be another good alternative to put the company's name on the court. That still be advertisement for the company. But unfortunately, I don't think that's changing anytime soon. Wish it did. Bruce, you said QC. Did you see when Kyrie stepped on the Celtic leprechaun? Yeah, definitely saw it. You also said, QC, I feel he dissed Boston, but that's okay with me for the Nets. Much better than the Celtics. Yeah, but man, that was unnecessary for him to get a water bottle thrown at him. I mean, come on, it's a leprechaun you don't even own. I mean, it's a local you don't own. All right, good people. Clippers back on offense. They get it to PG. Bogdanovich on him. He's going to have to put up a three. Knocks it down. 87-76 Clippers. Paul George continues his great night. Mitchell gets around the screen. Can't get the three ball to go. Rebound PG. PG gets it across the timeline. Collision. Blocking foul on the Jazz. That's going to go against. Looks like that's going against O'Neal. That was a gutsy three ball by PG a few seconds ago with Zubac, by mistake, Bogdanovich draped all over him like a cheap suit. PG couldn't get that three ball to go. Rebound Gobert. Gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell brings it across the timeline. Gives it to Bogdanovich. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell gets over the screen, gets inside. Nice block by Zubac, out of bounds. Stays with the Jazz. They only have 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Okay, there's a wet spot on the floor. Okay, Lou is going over the defensive play on what to do with this on the inbounds pass from the Jazz. All right, Mitchell inbounds to O'Neal. Gets it to Clarkson. Clarkson with the step back, can't get it to go. Kawhi with the rebound. Gets it across the timeline. Swings it around to Beverly. Beverly gets it into Kawhi. Kawhi gets fouled. Foul will go on Mitchell as both teams are in the bonus. Kawhi will step to the free throw line. All right, Mitchell's going to have to sit down for a minute as he's hit with his third personal. Kawhi knocks down the first. Kawhi knocks down the second, 89-76. Clippers up 13. Clarkson swings it all the way to Bogdanovich. Whistle. And the foul is going to be on Kennard. Bogdanovich will go to the line as both teams are over the limit. Bogdanovich knocks down the first. Bogdanovich knocks down the second, 89-78. Clippers up 11. PG gets the ball across the timeline. Gets all the way inside. Well, alley-oops to Zubac. Zubac throws it down, 91-78. Clippers. Clarkson with the ball. Gets it to Ingles. Ingles gets inside, gets fouled. Foul will be on Zubac. So Ingles will head to the free throw line. Ingles knocks down the first. Man will return to the game for the Clippers as PG's going to take a breather. He's had a great night. 25 points, 5 of 9 from 3 on 10 of 21 shooting. Ingles knocks down the second, 91-80. Clippers. Kawhi brings the ball up, gets it across the timeline. Bogdanovich trying to stay with him. Now Ingles switches on to him. Kawhi with the step back three, can't get it to go. Rebound, Bogdanovich. He gets it to Clarkson. Clarkson's going to step into a three. Can't get it to go. Kawhi with the rebound. Kawhi gets all the way inside. Swings it around Kennard. Kennard knocks down the three. 94-80 Clippers with 1:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Ingles with the ball. Swings it around to Clarkson. Clarkson. Back to Ingles. Ingles going to try a three. Wow, in and out. Fight for the rebound. Beverly comes up with it. He gets it across the timeline. Gets it to Kawhi. And Kawhi couldn't get it. Tried to alley-oop the Zubac, but the pass is broken up. Cross court all the way to Eagles. Eagles knocks down a three. 94-83 Clippers. 54 seconds left to go here in the third. Beverly with the ball. Gets inside. Couldn't get the hook shot to go, but man gets the offensive board. Gives it to Kennard. Kennard swings it around. Wow, Clippers couldn't get the three ball to go. Rebound Jazz. They're gonna try to hold on to it for the final shot of the quarter. Bogdanovich gets it to Clarkson. O'Neal. O'Neal gets it to Clarkson. They're double teaming Clarkson. O'Neal can't get the shot off in time. That's the end of the third quarter. The Jazz definitely hanging tough here as they only trail by 11 heading into the fourth. And definitely can't wait to see what unfolds here in this fourth quarter. Bruce, you said QC, do you feel if the players tried harder, they could play D like Bowen used to play such good D? I mean, that's too much of an expectation for a lot of players. Every player ain't gonna be a great defender like Bruce Bowen. They could be either pretty good or at least very comfortable, but no, those players like Bruce Bowens, Ben Wallace, Rodman, Dikembe, those type of defensive players are just a dime a dozen. They're like unicorns. Now, if they tried harder, they could be pretty solid defenders, but I don't think they could ever reach that Bruce Bowen type level. You also said, QC, you think D. Lillard going to the Knicks? I don't know. I think he'll try to stay with Portland. But if he goes anywhere, I think it might possibly be to the Lakers since he's a California kid. He might want to stay close to home. You also said, QC, I feel if D. Lillard go to the Knicks, they could play for a championship soon. For he is the number one point guard now. But the Knicks would need a little bit more than just Dame Lillard to win it all. They got, excuse me, they definitely have to get a couple more shooters in order for that to work. And also, Thibodeau, as great as he is defensively, his offense is little left to be desired. So that's another reason why I don't think the Knicks would really compete for a title. You said, QC, I feel the Lakers may not have all the money to pay for they already paying LeBron and AD. I think in the offseason they're gonna get rid of Schroeder. I think they're gonna let Schroeder go. As well as a few other players. That's just my opinion. All right, good people. I got to step away for a moment. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, good people. Had to go get some water. All right, early fourth quarter. Clippers lead 99-89. Gobert gets the block on Jackson. Here come the Clippers. Ball gets stolen by the Clippers. They swing it around to Kennard. Kennard knocks down the three. 102-89 Clippers. All right. The Utah Jazz with 11 turnovers tonight, while the Clippers only have 6. Clippers have scored 20 points off of those turnovers, as the Jazz only scored 10. Another turnover. That's the Jazz 12th turnover here tonight. Kennard gets fouled. Definitely liking the active hands by the Clippers here. As they get into as they've been cutting into the passing lanes and getting steals. Kawhi is about to check back into the game. Man with the ball gets it to Paul George, but Clarkson comes up with the steal. No, excuse me, O'Neal gets it to Mitchell. Swings it around to O'Neal. O'Neal steps into a three and knocks it down. 102-92. Jazz cut it to 10. Kawhi gets it to PG. PG gets it across the timeline. Gets inside. Wow, nice layup to go off the glass as he got it over Gobert. 104-92 Clippers. Nice move inside by PG. Mitchell with the ball. Whistle. Foul is on the Clippers. Man, that takes a lot of chutzpah to try to go at somebody like Gobert, who's definitely a wall defensively, and get the layup to go off the glass. Mitchell with the ball. Spin move. Can't get it to go. Clippers with the rebound. Kawhi gets inside. Gets the hook shot to go. 106-92. Clippers. Quinn Snyder calls timeout as the Clippers go back up 14. All right, we got a nice start off here to the fourth quarter as the Clippers are trying to climb back into this series. Definitely want to know what y'all thoughts on this game. Y'all excuse me, good people. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, good people. It's 106.95 Clippers. Jazz with the ball. Mitchell makes his way inside, gets the layup to go. Well, no, wait a minute. That's going to be waved off due to basket interference. So it'll go back to the Clippers. Yep, Favors definitely interfered with the ball as it was still above the cylinder. So Clippers get it back, leading by 11. Morris gets it to Kawhi. Kawhi gets the hook shot to go, count it, plus the foul. He has a chance to complete the three-point play, and Donovan Mitchell is going back to the locker room to get checked out as he's limping a little bit. Definitely hope it's not nothing bad. Hope he's all right. As D-Wade's watching this game, you know, they're already down another player in Conley. As Kawhi completes the three-point play, 109.95 Clippers with 6:51 left to go here in the fourth quarter. They get it to Clarkson. They swing it around to O'Neal, back to Clarkson. Clarkson puts up the long three ball, can't get it to go. Favors with the rebound, goes over Bogdanovich's head out of bounds, and the Clippers will get it back. Donovan Mitchell on the previous play as he was trying to get the layup over George, hopped around like he had a Charlie horse. Jazz try to get the steal, but they get called for the foul instead. Okay, looks like he didn't land on Paul George's foot. It looks like he just came down awkwardly. Looks like Mitchell just came down awkwardly off of that layup attempt. As Kawhi is at the free throw line. No, excuse me, PG's at the free throw line. Knocks down the first. His sensational night continues. As PG gets his 31st point. Mitchell, not too shabby with 30. But PG can't get the second one to go. It's 110-95. Clippers. Jazz with the ball. They get it to Bogdanovich in the post. Bogdanovich couldn't get it to go. Rebound Kawhi. Kawhi gets the ball across the timeline. So gets it to Batum. Back to Kawhi. Kawhi directing traffic. Kawhi steps up, steps up, knocks down the three. 113-95 Clippers. Sorry, got a little tongue-tied there. Jazz with the ball. Clarkson with it. Gets it to O'Neal. O'Neal back to Clarkson. Clarkson swings it around to Bogdanovich. He puts up the three. Can't get it to go. Kawhi with the rebound. Kawhi with the ball. Swings it around cross court to Batum. Batum knocks down the three. 116-95. Clippers trying to blow this game wide open. Ingles with the ball. Ingles swings it around to Clarkson. No, excuse me, O'Neal. O'Neal knocks down the three. 116-98 Clippers. As the Jazz are 19 of 41 from three, while the Clippers are 18 of 33 from three. All right, timeout is called. Looks like the timeout is called by the Clippers. But it's definitely been all Clippers here. Well, Darren, I ain't asked you to come see me, but you did. Darren, y'all do know there's something called copyright reasons, copyright laws, right? I cannot show the game due to that. Bruce, you said QC. I agree. I feel the Knicks should hire Jackson and let Thibodeau be the assistant to specialize on defense only. That's not going to happen. Thibodeau will walk before that happens. Well, thank you so much, Captain Obvious. But anyways, we're going to go back to this game here as the Clippers are inching closer to making this a 2-1 series. Wow, PG, Kawhi both have 30 plus. PG with 31, Kawhi with 30 here tonight. And for Paul George, that's a playoff, a career playoff career high for him. Jackson with the ball, gets it to Kawhi. Kawhi thought about it, but backs it out. Kawhi makes his move inside on Gobert, gets the layup to go. Pretty move by Kawhi. 118-98, Clippers by 20. Nice move by Kawhi. Ingles swings it around to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich got inside. He gets fouled. Looks like the foul is on Kawhi. Or unless they called an offensive foul on the Jazz. Yep, it was an offensive foul on the Jazz. So the Clippers will get the ball back. Jackson with the ball. Gets it to Kawhi. Kawhi gives it to Batum. Couldn't get the three to go. Gobert with the rebound. Gets it to O'Neal. Clarkson. Clarkson gonna step into a three. Can't get it to go. Ball kicked out of bounds by Clarkson. So the Clippers will get it back. Leading by 20 with 3:53 left to go here in this game. Man gets it to Kawhi. Kawhi stops, hits 120-98 Clippers with a 22-point lead as they pretty much dominated this game from the mid first quarter on. And the Jazz get called for the offensive foul. That's going to be on O'Neal. And the crowd at Staples Center is loving it. Okay, Mitchell's night is pretty much over. Timeout is called. Clippers well on their way to climbing back into this series. All right. Clippers with the ball. Kawhi. Or no, excuse me. Both teams have pretty much emptied their bench. Kennard can't get the 3 ball to go. Rebound to the Jazz. Three ball won't go. Man with the ball. Wow. Nice move inside by old Pat Bev. As he gets the foul. Plus now he has a chance to complete the 3-point play. You know, Conley and Donovan Mitchell are conversating on the sideline. Conley's giving him tips on what he needs to do for game 4. As Beverly completes the 3-point play, 123-98 Clippers. They are well on their way to climbing back into this series. And the main reason why they are is because of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They both played like stars here tonight, but also they definitely got help from, you know, Jackson as well as Batum. And the Clippers definitely did a great job of hitting that 3-point shots. As Pharrell gets the jumper to go, 125-98. All right, Ilyasova gets inside, gets fouled. He'll step to the line for 2. Ilyasova knocks down the first. Kawhi with his 3rd playoff game with 30 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. as Ilyasova knocks down the second, 125-100. Clippers. Pat Bev gets it across the timeline. Clippers couldn't get the jumper to go. Man with the offensive board. Cross court. Man knocks down the three, 128-100. Clippers, 135 left to go. And yes, the Clippers are definitely well on their way to getting back into this series. As now, there was at times the Jazz definitely were making their runs, trying to rally, but the Clippers held them off and regained control of this game. And now the Jazz are going to lead this series 2-1 with game 4 Tuesday night back in LA. And definitely can't wait to see what's going to happen in that game. Will the Jazz take that commanding 3-1 lead? Or will this series be 2-2 heading back to Utah and becoming a best of 3? So we might have ourselves a series here, good people. And Bonzo, you got a fat head. All right, 130-102. Clippers, the bench points have been pretty even. 25 for the Clippers, 20 for the Jazz. Wow, Ilyasova throws it down. 130-104. Clippers. All right, Beverly gets it across the timeline, directing traffic. All right, the Clippers get the tough J to go. That was Alaru. 132-104. This is definitely going to do it. The Clippers are back in this series. It's now 2-1 Jazz. And I definitely cannot wait until game 4. This was a great game to watch. Dominating performance by 2 stars in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So let's see what's going to happen in game 4 Tuesday night. Donovan Mitchell had 30 points, but it wasn't enough in this game for his Jazz, as he left early in the fourth quarter with an injury. I hope he's all right. Now it's 2-1 Jazz. And now we might have ourselves a series, good people. I'm going to be right back, so don't go away. All right, I'm back, good people. Now, definitely got to give Paul George and Kawhi all their props for how they played in this game, but also definitely also got to give the Clippers bench credit. They stepped up, like I said at the beginning of this live stream. It was definitely going to come down to them because in the first two games, the Clippers bench definitely got outplayed by the Jazz bench. Let me get to the box score. All right, got the box score up. Let me share it with y'all. All right, here we go. Besides Kawhi Leonard with 34 and Paul George with 31, Batum chipped in with 17. Same thing for Reggie Jackson. Pat Beverly came off the bench for 7. Zubac had 3 off the bench. Luke Kennard had 6. Terrence Mann had 7. So, supporting cast for the Clippers in the bench were definitely vital in this win. On the flip side, Donovan Mitchell had 30, but it wasn't enough. Bogdanovich only had 9. Royce O'Neal chipped in with 12. So did Rudy Gobert, as he had another double with 12 points and 10 rebounds. Jordan Clarkson chipped in with 14, but it definitely wasn't enough, as Rudy Gobert definitely had his struggles tonight with scoring. Same thing with Bogdanovich, who was a monster in the first 2 games. Okay, also I forgot to say Joe Ingles chipped in with 19. But the Clippers defense definitely did a better job of containing Rudy Gobert in this game. Also, I definitely like the fact that they had Donovan Mitchell seeing more double teams in this game than he had in the previous 2 games. But the Clippers definitely did a better job on Gobert containing him. They definitely going to have to do that again next game if they want to tie this series at 2 games apiece. Also, once again, they're going to have to win the bench battle in game 4. And secondly, they're going to have to knock down their 3-pointers as well. Now, on the flip side for the Jazz, Mitchell's definitely going to see more double teams again in game 4, but it's going to have to be the Jazz shooters that makes them pay by knocking down their shots, as they struck. Well, they did pretty good from the 3-point line, but they definitely had their struggles, especially in the first half, with hitting their open shots. They got to definitely be more ready early on in game 4 to hit the open shots once Donovan Mitchell sees the double teams or even the triple teams, because they're definitely going to continue to do that to him again in game 4. So I definitely want to know what y'all thoughts on this game tonight. Let me know in the chat. Once again, I definitely thank all y'all for joining me here, whether you were watching this live, stream on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch, or Periscope. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. Excuse me. Also, the Jet. I was looking at something, but also for the Jazz, they definitely gonna have to be more aggressive defensively on Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They're gonna have to take one of them out of the game, because if you let both of them get going, get into their rhythm, they're definitely gonna make their night miserable again, just like they did tonight, and just go off. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they combined for 60 plus of the Clippers' 128 points. I mean, 132 points, excuse me. So they're definitely going to have to do a better job defensively on PG and Kawhi. Also, both teams are going to have to win the rebounding battle. I definitely think whoever wins the rebounding battle in game 4, they're going to win the game. Either it's going to be the Clippers tying it at 2 games apiece, or it's going to be the Jazz taking that commanding 3-1 lead heading back to Utah. So I'm definitely going to be looking at that in game 4. I can't wait for game 4 to tip off Monday night. No, Monday night, excuse me. That's going to be a great game. Can't wait to see what's going to be the outcome after that game. It's either going to be 2-2 or it's going to be a 3-1 lead. So definitely waiting on definitely will be waiting on game 4 Monday night. Now, once again, if you want to donate to the channel, you can donate via Cash App or PayPal. Here's the Cash App cash tag. That's $ Talkin and Grubbin. Also, here's the PayPal email address, talkinandgrubbin@gmail.com. I definitely thank all of those who've donated to the platform, past and present. There's not enough words to describe my appreciation for y'all. As the old saying goes, every little bit helps, and y'all have definitely helped me out tremendously to keep this platform going. And I definitely want to do more things on this platform. And your donations definitely help with that. Also, you can buy official Talkin and Grubbin merch at spring.com. Let me share the screen, show y'all what the store has to offer. Okay, I'm selling t-shirts for men and women, hoodies, sweatshirts, coffee mugs, socks, long sleeve shirts, long sleeve t-shirts, face mask, women's flowy tees, glasses. Just launched my What's Up Good People t-shirt line. And I'm going to be adding more things to the store. So definitely check out the store at spring.com. The link is in the chat. Also, I'm offering discounts. Like 50% off. Type in the promo code FRIEND. Also, I'm offering 25% off as well. Just type in the promo code TNG21. And I'm always offering free shipping. Type in the promo code Teespring. And I definitely appreciate all those who have purchased items, purchased merch from the Spring store. Greatly appreciate y'all's support. But once again, this has been another fun NBA playoff live stream. I can't wait to do this again tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3 o'clock. It'll be game 4 of the Eastern semis between the Nets and the Bucks. Nets try to take that commanding 3-1 lead, while the Bucks try to tie this series at 2 games apiece. Also, I'm going to be doing my unadulterated Q&A NBA playoffs edition right after the game. And then y'all stay tuned at 8 o'clock as I'll be live streaming game 4 of the Western semis between the Suns and the Nuggets. Suns try to go for the sweep. Nuggets try to play for another day. So definitely got a great Sunday of live streams planned ahead. And I can't wait for all of y'all to join me once again tomorrow afternoon starting at 3 o'clock. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful that all of y'all tuned in on this Saturday night. I feel very blessed and honored that y'all took time out your night to come hang out with me. I thank God for all of y'all. And I definitely feel blessed to have such devoted subscribers. Without y'all, I wouldn't be here. I definitely wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. So I just appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate the support. I'm very grateful for the support. And I can't wait to do this all again tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3 o'clock. So make sure y'all come back and join me on these same platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Periscope. But good people, it's been fun. I got to run. I thank y'all for joining me once again for this NBA playoff live stream. Make sure you come back tomorrow, starting at 3 o'clock. But until then, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. Salute. Y'all be safe. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good night. I'm out.